How are you, Coach?
Good, Rich. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Your team's being very hyped, Coach. If you're aware of that, there's a
I
hype.
don't know why we haven't done anything.
Well, you won the division last year, and you looked terrific in doing it, and many people thought that you had that playoff game, all lined up for yourself, So
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was a good year for us. We created a culture that the guys love coming to work, and we had a lot of fun. But then we ended with that tough loss at home to Philly, and we used that in the off season to remind us of where we were. But it's good to put that behind us now and get rolling here with the rookies being here in the last couple of days. And then the vets coming tomorrow. We're really excited.
And so what I asked this question of Sean Payton yesterday. I'll ask it of you. What is the plan? What do you get out of training camp? When you go in saying, when we break camp, I want X to happen? What do you got for me on that front?
So last year, Rich, what it was for us was, really learning who each other was, how we do, what we do offensively, defensively. All that was kind of new, building that culture and trying to become calloused as well. We had some nice live periods in training camp where we could kind of control everything. And I think that's where we're at this year as well. Now I know all these players inside out, all 90 guys. I know them pretty well, and at least the first group, second group guys that we have, I know what their hot buttons are. I know when they need push, when they don't need push, when we need to pull back, and they know mine as well. And so this second year starting up for us, some changes to camp schedules that we've done last year, and just to help us out. But the best part about training camp is you can put the pads on, you can go, as much as you want live, and it's all controlled. So I think that's the beauty of it, is you can condition your guys through plays and through practice, get a test of where they're at so that you're ready to rock and roll come week one.
Well, we always talk about improving year one to year two and year two to year three, et cetera, et cetera. It's year 2 to 3 in terms of reality for your quarterback, but it's from year 1 to year 2 with you and your quarterback. What are your expectations for Mitch Trubisky in 2019, Matt?
So we're kind of talking about it as a team right now, steady, incremental improvement. And for him, that's a day-to-day thing. And he's done a phenomenal job in this offseason at being able to recognize some of the things that he's seeing on the defensive side. Last year, he saw it. He could see the defenses. And trying to place it into how we call our offensive plays and where to go with the football. But it just doesn't happen overnight. And so now he's got this full library of plays that we both know, me as a play caller, the plays that he likes, him as a player, the plays that he likes. We fit it together, and now we put it against the defense. And so the defenses that he's seen in OTAs and what he's about to see in training camp and preseason, hopefully the game will slow down for him, and that will increase his anticipation with throws, where he's going with the ball. And I can already tell these last couple of days in rookie camp, just his rhythm and how calm he is in the pocket. It's cool to see.
Well, what about the idea of him taking off? I mean, how many times do we see quarterbacks get hurt on that front? The names Garoppolo and Wentz leap to mind. What do you tell him about that?
Yeah. So we dealt a little bit with that in Kansas City with Alex, and Alex was a sneaky good runner, and so we never want to take that away from him, because I've talked to a lot of defensive coaches in the league that they're scared to death of that element of the legs, of being able to get a first down on third down that can just break you and keep a drive going. And so, but we got to be smart with it, and he's done a pretty good job with that. He knows how to slide. Not every quarterback knows how to slide. Mitch does, and I think the biggest thing with Mitch is he's a tough kid, so he's not afraid to take a hit, but you got to be smart and you got to get down. He's too important to us, and we lost him last year after a hit in the Vikings game for a couple weeks, and so hopefully he learns from that, we learn from that, and don't put him in all those situations.
Bears head coach Matt Nagy joining us before Veterans Report on Friday for Bears training camp. Walk me through the running back situation here. David Montgomery has been added in the third round out of Oklahoma State, and man, was he productive there. Mike Davis now from the Seattle, I guess, triple-headed monster that they had. Tariq Cohen, we know what he can do. How is this all going to be divvied up based on your idea?
Yeah, we're fired up about where we're at right now with the running back room. You said it first with David Montgomery. It was hard to put the tape down on him, watching him and all his plays in his career at Iowa State. How hard the kid runs. I mean, he's starving right now to put these pads on. He's been asking and he keeps bothering me about, Coach, when can we put these pads on? He wants to get out there and hit people. And he's done a great job in the pass game so far in OTAs. And then what a super kid. All he cares about is football, and he just wants to help us win. And Mike Davis, coming over from Seattle, was a great free agent acquisition for us with somebody that picked up our offense already. He knows it inside out, can do multiple things, both in the run and pass game, and another great teammate. And then obviously Tariq Cohen, who's there as well. So, he's a guy that can he makes you a better football coach. He makes me a better football coach, and what you can do with him. So, to be able to use, there'll be times where all three of them are on the field at the same time, and we can do some fun things with it. And I really love where we're at right now.
But who's got the bell cow? When it's 20 degrees out, what do you do there?
Yeah, well, we'll find out. We got another guy too. I think who we picked up, and he's about 6'3", 230 pounds, and he's not scared to run the ball up the middle either. And got him from New England, and so Cordero's a pretty good ball carrier too. So we'll do some different things and have some fun back there for that bell cow.
So Belichick's not the only guy that uses him like that, is what you're saying?
No, we're gonna have fun with him. That's gonna be. We can't get too crazy, but we got to be able to have fun. And the guy has done a lot of good things from the backfield as a wide receiver out wide, and obviously special teams goes without saying.
Matt Nagy, Bears head coach, here on the Rich Eisen Show. Chuck Pagano is one of my favorite people on planet Earth, Matt, that I have met in my 16-plus years. So I ask this with that respect up front. Vic Fangio not there is really scaring a lot of Bears fans, and how he was able to turn the defense up another notch. Khalil Mack certainly helped on that front. What can you tell Bears fans about the defensive side of the ball with Fangio now getting his shot for the first time in Denver?
Well, to me, number one, Vic's going to do a great job in Denver. I'm so happy for him to get that opportunity to be a head coach. And I learned a lot from Vic last year, and just weekly duties, responsibilities, how to handle players. And then he's a brilliant defensive coach, and just really knows things inside out. He's great scheming. And so what I think is so neat about football in general, or sports in general, is there's so many different flavors and different styles of coaches, and there's so many great coaches out there. So when it comes down to it, it's all about the players and what we do. But Chuck, like you said, I did not know Chuck going into the interview process. It took me 10 minutes within the process to realize that this is my type of guy. And that every single day that we're together, I'm just so excited that we lose Vic Fangio to a promotion. The players have built 3 to 4 good years with Coach Fangio, learning his scheme and what he does, and they had a lot of success. And that's what's so neat. But now Chuck knows it. He knows he's coming into a defense, a team that has high expectations. And I just love the fact that he came into this thing with let's bring it on mentality. That's what he wants. He understands that. And him as a person, like you said, This guy doesn't care. He's happy-go-lucky every moment of the day. He's a player's coach, meaning that he pushes them, but he loves them. He has fun. He fits our culture. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does with these guys. And there's going to be highs and lows. That's with everything. But I have a lot of confidence in Coach Pagano.
All right, let's move to a little bit more of an omnibus portion of our conversation here, Coach Matt Nagy. First things first, pass interference now being challengeable. Now you can review this stuff, but you throw a flag to say, hey, my offensive player got interfered with. It's possible they go under the hood and say, guess what? Your offensive player was the one who shoved off. I'm wondering what your philosophy is on throwing a challenge flag for this is going to be this fall.
Yeah, well, I'm all for it. I think that, it is a difficult job right now for the officials to go out there and make. There's a lot of different calls that can be made, but, I do agree that obviously everyone goes back to the Rams-Saints game, and we all don't want to see that happen again, but it's trying to get things right. And so for us, and I know most coaches, as we talked in the offseason, you have to be judicial with how you use deciding on when you're going to use your challenge. And I think what you're going to end up seeing is there's going to be some times early in the first half where there might be some gray calls, or some times where you might want to say, man, I really want to challenge it, but you really can't. and I'm okay with that. Or if you think it is for sure and you want to use it and you know you're going to win, you feel 100%, then you keep that challenge and you'll have it for later in the game. But you just don't want to get – now that you have the ability to challenge it and put a flag on the field, you don't want to be caught in a situation where you don't have it because you used it early in the game. That's my opinion.
Okay. Your quarterback, do you call him Mitch or Mitchell? What do you choose?
You know what? I try every other day to Mitch. So today we're on a Mitch day. Tomorrow will be Mitchell.
Okay, very good. Did you know he had the chugging of the beer in him? Because that was a very NFC North quarterback competition type thing that happened over the last several months.
I never saw it firsthand, but when I did see it, I wasn't surprised at all.
Right. So you thought he had that in him, is basically what you're saying, deep
For
down?
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I did. You know, he's an Ohio guy, and I'm a PA guy, and those Northeast guys there, that didn't shock me one bit.
Okay. Does he call you Matt or Matthew? What does he call you on those days?
He calls me Coach.
That's one way to put it. I like that. Noticed you spent a day at Wrigley Field, Coach, and it looks like you painted the black on your ceremonial first pitch. Do you have some baseball background, Coach?
You know what, Rich? I do. I did stop playing my junior year of high school. I was a center fielder and a pitcher, but it's totally different when you're up there on top of that mound and they tell you to aim high. So last year when I threw the first pitch, I dirted one by the mound. By the home plate, and my kids just crushed me for a whole year. And so I went out there and was able to throw a strike. And they say it's 68 miles per hour. My elbow felt like it was going to fall off, but I'll take it. There's a lot worse out there, so I was happy with it.
And then you did take me out to the ball game. Is there anything you'd care to clarify about that? The lyrics about that?
Unbelievable. I'll tell you what. So I have this Northeast accent that I'm getting crushed for right now. It is what it is. My players already knew about it just because we talk about some ice cream toppings that we do on Saturday night at the hotel and different types of toppings that we put on the ice cream. So they always laughed at me all year for that.
They thought that when you said peanuts, you were saying something else. Is that what you're saying as well?
They did, and they crushed me all year. And I should have known. I got to be better prepared. I should have known going into that.
Yeah, Coach.
Take me out to the ball game that word is in there, and that's a complete failure on my part.
Have your players given you so much grief for that one since they've already been on record?
They're not here yet, but I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you one of these coaches is going to try to put that up in front of a team meeting. If I find out who it is, they're getting fired.
Fantastic. You also gave a commencement address at the University of Delaware. That's your alma mater, correct?
Yeah, the Blue Hens, man.
The Blue Hens. And you said you were going to come up with a specific play call called Ass Kickin' Chicken, correct? Which is
That's right.
a reference to the Blue Hen in a way, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think anytime you get asked to give a commencement speech, and then you get an honorary doctorate. So now my wife's able to call me a doctor. Call me a doctor. So I get that, and so now I got to give back to Delaware, and we just got to get a play in there for the Ass Kicking Chicken. So it's I have an idea what it's going to be. I haven't told one single person on staff, but once it comes out, we'll let you know.
Okay, so we'll see it in it's a scoring play, is what you promised the good people of Delaware.
It's only that, yeah.
All right, so is it just for them, or can I request a Rich Eisen show play call? Do you take requests?
For sure. You can request one. We'll get it in.
Okay. I think it should just be called, the Rich Eisen Show. That's what it should be called, because I'm branding at every opportunity. And it should include at least 2 laterals. Can I do that?
Two laterals?
Yes, of sorts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can do that. I can't promise you a score, but we can get it in there, and for sure we will. I'll make sure that I declare when it's being called.
I appreciate
the Rich Eisen Show.
That's correct. I appreciate that. Last one for you, Coach. And this is personal for me, okay? Mm-hmm. And also my guy Chris Brockman is across the way. When you come in here in person, you'll meet him, and you'll notice we're both follically challenged, quite like yourself. Okay. I'm concerned for you that you, as a follically challenged man, go visor. You go visor, and you're leaving yourself completely unprotected to the elements. And I'm wondering, this is clearly a choice. This is not something that's just happens. Clearly, you are making a choice. Why are you doing that, Coach? Because it not only leaves you unprotected, I got to mention, it also accentuates as well as leaves you unprotected. Why do you do this, may I ask?
So, I just in Kansas City, I at times would wear a visor, and then as I got here, I just I started wearing it early on, and I think we won a couple ball games, and there's a little bit of superstition behind it. But now I'm like, it's now because I get asked that question. Now I just do it. It just feels right. It feels it's the way to go. And I kind of like being different, and that to me, I guess that's different. But that's lots of sunscreen, which is great. And then I got people forget that when you're calling plays and you got the headset on in 20-degree weather in Soldier Field, as long as my ears are protected, I'm good. And so it's pretty simple. It's worked, and I'm going to keep it going.
Yeah, because a large percentage of your body heat escapes from the top of your head. It's like 5 degrees out, and you're just still letting your freak flag fly like that. And I'm sitting there. Well, I'm impressed, but I'm also concerned. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I appreciate for both. You should try it. Just try it one time and just see. I mean, it's really not that bad.
What, a visor? A visor with...
Try the visor, yeah,
Wow, I don't even know. I don't even know if I have that in me. I got to be honest.
That's a bold move, Cotton.
It's bold. It's a very. But hey, if I have the same amount of success that clearly you have had with it, I might have to give it a try. How does that sound?
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, you need to for sure. We'll have to send you a few.
Send me the visors. I will wear the visors, and you institute the Rich Eisen show play. 2 laterals, and the last lateral has to go to the slowest guy on the team.
I love it.
Okay.
We'll get that done.
All right.
For sure.
Take care of yourself, Coach. Always enjoy our
All
chats.
Right. Thanks, Rich. Take care, man. Thanks.
You bet. That's Matt Nagy, your reigning Coach of the Year in the National Football League.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.